Eh.
Yes, sir.加音乐，你可以用别的 app， 也可以把 ChatGPT 是一个写到3个口令吧。That's why free 的吗？free 的吗？几百个你如果要加音乐这些，你要给他改这个，为什么是你拿100个是很多人的，没有人的，空几个，你要给他一个100个吗？Okay, it's too ready. Có nên cứ đảo rồi. Nếu mà nếu ra音乐比较我要再看 CAP 免费的都有音乐的，还是1分钟，现在都有时候看可以是这样子的。你猜看，我只看上去那个 CAP 它现在是最方便的，photo 要做成 video 加音乐再加它是最方便最快，而且它的那个ChatGPT非常广泛，我忘记了。对，不回答的，他专门做这个。去这里去我们logically 它放在这里上，它是不会全 sense， 除非你 complain 你要拿什么东西，就确保你那个user 它可以在，不然就像你现在那个 WhatsApp 什么在放WhatsApp 不会去看你的东西啊，你放在 Facebook 也是不会去看你的东西啊，是一样的啊，他们的 responsibility 他们不应该去看的，如果他有粤语多不看，然后所以选到你1 billion 的人选到你，就过线了。对啊，可以吗？可以，拿 ChatGPT 可以的。Any more questions on ChatGPT before we move to the next step? Everyone know how to use? Okay, there are many functions you can play with it, but we are going to teach you only ChatGPT for conversation and asking questions or planning things. Of course, you can create image also. Right? So you can click image. Okay, then you can create right? And different styles. Right? I just show you but you don't need to name. So for example, I want to create a style. Choose my photo like this. So I upload my own photo. Yeah, this photo of me. Then never even describe anything, just put crayon style, then it's creating an image already, right? Okay, but I left one message on it. I mean, we have been using it for. Okay, so image ready. Okay, that's me. Okay, so this one is different style already. So you can choose a photo, right? You can play with it. Click images. Any of this style. Of course, you can describe your own style also lah. Right? Then okay, I've written this before. Okay, so you can click image and play with it lah. Okay. And of course, there's others that next time we teach you deep research, which we actually use a lot for our consulting project, because you need it to do like a researcher, really go very deep, which the client accepts. So it's something very deep. Okay, so you can play with this, then we move to the next one. As I said, every of these apps can ask questions, create photos, but my personal feeling is some are better than others. Right? So this one you can play with it. Okay, any question on ChatGPT? No, move on. ChatGPT done. Next one is Gemini. Okay, Gemini, of course, you can ask questions like how you ask ChatGPT. Okay, you can ask the same questions. Right, to Gemini, you can compare the result. That's what we all do. When we do our consulting report, later, don't need also. But if you are using a Google phone, the Gemini is part of it. You don't even need to download. Because Android, Google actually has Gemini, because Gemini is come from Google, so it's pre-installed, right? So as long as you are using a Google phone, you don't need to download it there. You are using an iPhone, you may need to download, right? If you don't want to download, as I said, any of this you can don't download. You can just go to your browser, which is how you go to do internet. How do you use that browser to do a Google search? It's the same browser. You just type www.gemini.com. Okay. So Gemini, as I said, I like to use it for photo generation because it can generate good quality photos. Okay. So just I want to show this tool which I already did before the class just now. Right? Can you let the lady? This is my prompt. So one word that you need to remember is called prompt. Right? P-R-O-M-P-T. Prompt in layman terms is that the instruction that you give to the AI. Okay. It's called prompt. So in future, if your grandchildren want to take a course or find a job, prompt engineering is quite popular now. Okay. Yes, it's prompt engineers, but 10 years later, I know. Okay, so I do this, you can find any photo you want. So again, like I say, it should be in your app, later we'll show you. I'll show you the demo first. So I choose my friend's photo and the cheongsam, right, just now. So I say, can you let the lady wear the Chinese cheongsam in the other photo? Okay, so I just give a one-liner prompt. Right, then it generates this already. Okay. Okay, so this is what it shows. Okay, but of course, funny to have a water lah, right? So I can say don't get rid of water lah. Okay, because I create new chat, so let's say this one is with this person. Right, I click like that, and then a cheongsam which I got from Taobao or Lazada. Okay, then it generates like that. Okay, then very funny to have the card, right? So I can give the next prompt. Can you remove the card in? Okay, and creating the image. Again, just like ChatGPT, if you are using a free version, there's a limit of how many images you can generate per day, right? And ChatGPT, unlike Suno, which you'll learn later, right? Suno say one day you can only create 10 free songs. Okay, but ChatGPT and Gemini didn't say one day you can only create how many photos, because they actually look at your credit. That means how many GPU you use, right? And there's a difference we will show you later. So it's not like one day you can only create 10 photos, right? It depends on your many factors, including the resolution of the photos and the complexity. So this is okay. Remove already. Don't tell her I use a photo. Okay, so this is one example, right? Of course, you can give more description, blah blah blah, right? I don't know how will it look like. I say show the full body of this lady. She is wearing stocking and high heels.
Can we remove the neck?
Huh? Can. Yeah. Okay. I will show you if you don't give the boundary, sometimes it will just simply create something because it helps. So I never describe how high, what's the height and everything. That's why you will imagine what should be the height of this person. So if it's too short, don't tell her. Okay. So this is the photo.
So fat, too fat.
Too fat because I never described mine. So this is this.
Compared to just now, the first photo was very slim.
So this one is focusing because it was focusing on the prompt that talks about the stocking and the high heel, right? So this is where you can generate yeah. You want to have better photos, you have to say she's how long, how tall, and then. But again, to AI, you put 170 cm, it doesn't have the idea what's 170 cm. So it's relative something. So if you can say, okay, his height or his head is or his body is near to the window level or something like that. So you put a relativity to it, then you will understand. Okay, so this is an example. You can play with your own photo. Okay, don't play with other people's photos. So this one is the one I showed just now. So it was in our last class.
How do you
Upload photo. 1 minute. So this was the last photo. Then I say, can you let the two person in the photo shake hands with each other, remove others in the background, right? So this is the original photo, right? In our last class, right? So after this prompt, it becomes this photo. Okay, so it becomes this photo. So all the people in the background drawn, and the people are shaking hands. Okay, so I create a new chat now. Okay, so how do you get this photo, right? So you go to a chat, right? I got many chats. To use a chat, new chat. Right. First, you need to choose tools called create image. Okay, if you don't choose create image, it will treat it as a conversation. So it will not create a photo for you. Okay, so you choose create image. Okay, there are many different styles I checked with Vicky, but I don't want to use any of the style. So far I tried all, I don't think it's nice. Okay. So you first create image, then you upload the photo. No, you don't upload the photo first. There's this thing called Fast and Thinking and Pro and Google AI Plus. Okay, what are the differences? Right? If you want high quality, high resolution photo that is close to what you want, you choose Thinking. Okay, fast, you will get the answer very fast, but the resolution is low, and the images or the people may get quick, right? It's not exactly what you want. I'll show you the difference later.
Why you have Gemini 3? Why you have Gemini 3?
Where do you see Gemini 3? Okay. I don't know what's the Gemini version. You may need to update your operating system.
Why is it because Apple?
Also Apple.
Apple should be the same also. Okay, so anyway, fast is later I'll show you is a lower resolution photo, and the photo may not exactly be what you want following your prompt. So if you want a good photo, usually it's Thinking. But if you choose Thinking, you probably can generate about 5 to 6 photos per day, every 24 hours. If you choose fast, you probably can generate 10. Because fast is lower resolution, less complex, so it uses less of the credits at the back end. Right? Although it's free, but there's a credit tied to your account. Okay? So Thinking is better. Pro, I tried between Pro and Thinking, the photo doesn't make much difference, and Pro use more. So don't use Pro, right? Pro is useful if you do research and analytics. And this one, of course, asking you to pay, you will not take. Yeah? So usually I will choose Thinking. Okay? Then after you choose create image, you choose painting already, you go to this plus sign to add files. Okay, add files, then upload files. You can upload photos of course, you can add from Drive of course, but usually I upload files. Then you go to the path in your phone, right? Usually it's your gallery. Choose a photo you want. So for example, I choose this photo of mine. So I choose a photo already, so this is the photo I've chosen. Natural photo, right? So it's in the jungle, blah blah blah, right? So what do you want me to look like?
Wear a hat.
That's normal. Okay, so this one is me in the forest, I forgot where. So I can give it a few prompts, right? First, let the person in the photo wear a cap and jacket. Okay, change the background to a 6-star hotel. Okay. Make the person hair grayish. Okay. This one I'm smiling, right? Make sure he is not smiling and look serious. Okay. So let's see what happens. I also don't know. Okay. Making your image. Because too many requirements, so it takes a bit of time. Okay, so this is what happened. So serious, wear cap, wear jacket. Okay, I should say
Don't look like you anymore.
You scared me.
serious, sorry. Yeah, still look a bit like. Okay, so you can play with it. Now we come and help you. How do you know AI? Just now I explained. Gemini generator will have this star here. Of course, I can crop it, then you wouldn't see it. Right? Then another thing is if I go and look at the properties, you will have the founding Gemini something. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you can play with your photos, then make sure you know how to use it.
Oh, I want to build not Gemini.
Download what?
How do I get?
You should go to your gallery. So this is like 3%. You want to take this photo, right? So you need download gallery, your photo gallery. So for those of you who like your photo, you can also save the photos at this button or download. Right, in your phone you can also save. Then you can have the photo and you store in your gallery and your photo gallery. Yeah, save in phone you need more save. But my laptop is download your AI photos already. No, you save the already. Click on it. Click on it. Okay, continue to play with that. You got question ah? Cannot be lah.
Hey, so in here,
Walao, so young. Yeah, what?
see my actual.
I know lah, always like that one.
Okay, good. So you done, I say natural. So how do I
Save.
You
You want to save
already
it?
save already.
Save already then.
I thought you say you can check Gemini. Where's the property?
Your file name. This is in your gallery or what?
Gallery.
This is
Oh,
in
you
your
need to read.
gallery area. No, it's in your gallery, then should be able to see.
We have the sign lah.
You want to know primary information, then you check why.
Oppo.
Yours PNG. Mine have Gemini sometimes.
Oh.
Then you check.
Anyway, this one is it any different phone? Different
May
setting.
have different. You check.
Mine is Oppo, so the Chinese one is everything.
Walao. Dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, 你在玩看看啊？等一下我给你做啦。干杯啊！给啊。
It doesn't show that's a beautify anything younger.
Another thing that people always like to show is your younger self, right? Show Okay, this is how I look I also want to show you the fast. I use the same prompt. I use the same prompt. I use the same photo. I use the fast instead of thinking. It will be lower resolution. Okay, let's see. Fast, you get the answer very fast. But let's see how good the resolution is. Okay, let's have fun. Okay, it will not be exactly the same because every time AI same So this is using the fast mode. Alright, you probably can't tell the difference, but the facial resolution of this thing is actually lower. And of course, if you check the file size, it's actually smaller. This is the fast. So you can play with it. So when we use fast and when we use thinking, sometimes we just want to imagine how it will look like. But we don't know exactly the final result. How to use fast. So that it saves some credit. But Too fast is good enough. See how it looks like. If you really like it, then you feel that you get the exact kind of food. So you click our photo, then there is a save button. Here is what download, but your phone should be saved. You click on the photo, click the download or save button. In your gallery, the photo gallery. Because you never create, you want to say Western star, Chinese star, Korean star. It depends on how complex. So a lot of people use this function to change your black and white photo to color photo. People use this to make your very blurred photo in the olden days. Many people use this for your very older days photo to make it brighter and all those things. It's useful for that.
Just like you're asking an expert.
Three more minutes, you move to the next app. You can go home and play. You never learn everything in one class. You need to go back and play with it. Just type your name. Hannah, 2 more minutes, you go to Copilot. That one was like first time using. It tell you what still running. It will not appear again. That's the first step when you use it. Everyone finish playing with the photo?
For fun. You don't need to describe what you want.
Okay, those of you finish playing with your Gemini, you can either download or go to Copilot. Alright. Can we go next one? Go and find Copilot. What is Copilot? Okay, Copilot is this size, this thing, Right, this is on my laptop, but you should have this thing in your phone called Copilot. Okay? Well, find this. If not, then you type copilot.com. Okay, go to the web version. Okay, this is the web version.
What's the difference between this 365 and Copilot?
Get Copilot, you can find on your phone. Cannot find, raise your hand.
So Copilot and all at the same time.
You don't think so because I think you are using Microsoft Excel Word, and they will have this one as opening for
Copilot is just when you go to search,
So with all these things, how do we identify AI? Yeah, my photo just now you mentioned, you see the symbol and also right? But if you're writing a love letter and all this, how do you know? Is there any way that we can capture it?
AI has their own method to write things. So it takes some, I would say, some time for you to realize that this one is too good to be true. Human is imperfect. If the thing is too perfect, it may not be human.
Yeah, but you must know that person.
everyone please
Right?
make sure you have
You
Copilot.
must know the person.
If that person is really a very good person, he might actually have that kind of standards.
Okay, now we
But if I know him, can't even write simple English, then it's
Copilot can
immediately
do
you sense it.
anything like
You still already sense it already.
you ask questions,
That's why I
right?
said
So
most
they ask anything.
of us are
Right?
imperfect.
He can do photo also.
But if the person is so
but
perfect,
it's not
right,
in strength.
you can't
The
really
strength of
differentiate.
Copilot is integrated with the Microsoft suite of solutions.
Cannot say there's still no apps or program in place. Okay, I submit this one to you. Immediately tell me it's
So
AI.
again, same thing. You can don't log in, then you not convert
It's
anything.
just sound that one you say, oh, 55% AI stuff. What is that?
That one is in the university or in primary school, I don't think so, but in university,
SU,
when you submit the coursework, right, then they will check against citation, plagiarism. Okay, so plagiarism is one thing, so AI is also one thing. So they use the tools to, so the way this one, that tools all the paper, research paper, or paper inside already. It's not trained already. And at the same time, right, it has different AI write up, different things inside also. So it is trained. So when your paper is submitted, right, then it will start telling you, oh, this person, he put up this quantitative number without a citation. He cannot write, he has to cite it somewhere. Or he put up certain paragraph, right? And I said, hey, this paragraph mentioned by the professor in another cited work, then jialat already, plagiarism is a big offense in university.
This AI program is not available in the market.
It's a professional one.
It's a professional. Only now it's for schoolwork so called.
Currently it's for schoolwork because schoolwork you need to be original ma. Of course, this program, right, I believe also in certain place that require originality. Okay. 原创. If you don't need the 原创, right, people don't bother. But if you need the originality, then you ought to use this kind of thing to really go there and check it first. Hence, the schoolwork or actually not only schoolwork, if you need to do a publication, right, publish a book, publish this and that, right, people will start checking on your article, your thing, and then from there then they will need this kind of tools.
So it's not actually available in the market that I can actually store it. Then let's say I read an electronic book, you know, people don't think very you probably know that.
Yes.
And then I can actually say, you know, to test, hey, all this actually are AI, it's not original. This guy is only gathered things from some place. So it's not available yet.
You can actually send the ebook to ChatGPT and then ask ChatGPT. Also, nowadays, yes, possible. That's why last time, right, we talked about I want to mix one photo with another photo, not so easy. You need a professional tool. Turning in is a professional tool, but at the same time now, if you look at the ChatGPT, it can help you to create a picture. If you look at the Gemini, right, it helps you to create a picture and also create a music some more. I just saw it, they say there's another new one. Just now when Jim shared create image, down there is create music. I'm like, oh, okay. But for create music, you will introduce Suno.com because that one is the more well-known one and people are trying.
So people give me an image, you know, people give me an image immediately. There's no something that I can actually quickly check whether this one is doctored, edited, or whatever. Impossible.
You can try to ask. You can try to ask ChatGPT. But I think they are also trying to learn.
So you will create a nicer deck.
Identify whether this is real or fake. First thing first, behind you need to have been trained a lot. So to be
Must have a base reference.
yeah, that one is a base reference. So who would have such big base reference? GPT and all those. That will be better. That's why you look at the prompt and things. It's also, if you take one line, they give you one line. I'm not too sure whether you may came across some of the video, right? A short clip on people draw Spider-Man, 10 seconds Spider-Man. 1 minute Spider-Man. Oh, draw a 10 minutes Spider-Man with all the detail nicely done. Same thing. This one is your PA. So you think of if you hire a PA, right, you need to teach the person until they become a reliable PA. To do that, then you need to constantly talk. That's where he come out with the prompt, right? The prompt is at 3 pages. Actually, this is also how we shape the identity of any tools that you are using. So this is your communicating. But for us, right, when we prepare AI agent to communicate with others. So when you create AI agent, right, you also need to tell the agent that, okay, about the persona.
Another good thing which ChatGPT also can do,
You are
Copilot can do maybe a little bit better. So you don't want to.
This is my catalog of
You want to
flowers.
write report, right?
Learn
So
all
we
these
actually
things
throw like a Word
and make sure
document inside
you are aware of
and
it.
say read
This
through
is
this
the
report and
price,
let me know
this
how
is
much
the
content
thing,
can inside
this
one
is
state is the
different
how
SKU,
much
different
content is AI generated.
Then, so
Right,
that
point me to
the
those
AI
content that are
agent,
mostly
right,
AI
learn
generated and justified by
and then
systems why they are
do
AI
the
generated.
sales
Then
and
they read
inquiry
very
on
fast,
behalf of
right?
me. If not, right, I
But
will
this
be
one,
there
you won't feel
waiting
anything, so
for
let me try
WhatsApp.
and show
People
you, right?
sending
Feel
WhatsApp.
it.
That's what people do.
So I can go
People sending
to
WhatsApp. I
any
reply. People
Copilot,
send WhatsApp, I reply.
right? I create a new
In
chat.
this case right now, also, yeah,
Okay.
I'll just do and
Upload
just
the
train
report,
enough.
I ask for a summary. So if
So
today you get a lot of news or something, right? So for example, our
Actually,
slide,
slowly
our
you
slide
the
just
more
now.
you
So I say
just
I
like
this
you
one.
do a handover.
And
Yeah,
use
handover
summarize
document
for
like so you do a long, lengthy passage to hand over to whomever. That is the prompt.
You can do the same with
Equivalent of the prompt.
So this one actually
upload Microsoft Word
in
and PowerPoint on it.
product knowledge and all this, it's actually can actually do a lot of wonders really. And for example, right now, I mean, in my experience, sometimes I go to pharmacy. The pharmacy not
And of
around.
course you can ask
You ask the
the
salesman.
question that you can
Already
find.
there, already
So
there.
always remember you
Ask,
can attach.
but the
when
actual
you
person
version,
don't know.
attach 3 dots.
because he never handled it or
The actual person is human, so maybe never see before, maybe forget about it. But this one remember all the time.
yeah, you should actually have something so easy for her. Just tap immediately specific to what you ask.
Question.
So what we are building right is we are not saying replacing human fully, but we are looking at human augmented by the agent PA. So moving forward, what we envisage, right, what we envision in the future, right, is every human is supported by this encyclopedia, the PA lah. So every human will be assisted by this PA, and this PA, just like lobster, will be able to help us on those knowledge that we will never be able to remember. Then during my time,
That's a
we
question.
use Britannica Encyclopedia and all those. We find out all those.
Remember or create.
Remember, not
So now it's
creation yet. It's to augment, not to replace yet.
at this moment I agree.
At this moment,
There will be
a time
time where you know, it's going to become
Excel, so it will become dominate. It become a dominant figure where we take a step back without supporting.
humans become following.
Yes, that is where because humans need to rest. I work 8 hours. Okay lah. Some of us we work 16 hours a day. Okay, 12 to 16.
Jim, so
It's okay. We all know one yesterday we went until 12 o'clock. But we were rushing for the reports or something. So at one point, right,
this is understand what the company is actually doing. That will be done. You will continue your conversation.
so with this, right, then we will let the AI agent take a front row and then continue to answer inquiry as when it comes in. Then at the same time, right, when there are some more tough questions or anything, right, then there will be a hands-off to the human. So that is what we say mundane. Mundane is including all those things that you believe the AI agent already handled for many times, and then with that, then you'll be able to you'll be able to solve by the AI agent.
It's actually very interesting.
That's
So this part of the question that throw back to the human to make decision, it will be lesser and lesser because the machine will learn.
yes.
You make a decision, you feedback to me, pop, I got it already.
After your first time already, second time already, then the machine knows already. So these whole things, right, when we say AI, right, is already there. Even when you look at the for me, I'm driving. So I use Waze, I use Google Maps, and Google actually knows by collecting information from elsewhere, right, it knows where is going to be traffic jam. Not going to be. Where is the point of traffic jam? Then with the traffic jam, then whenever you say I want to go from point A to point B, right, then they say
Certain timing.
this one go like that, and then you actually curate and then come out with the new route alternate route for you. And sometimes when I say, 我不信邪, I like my old route. Oh, and now I regret. Especially when you drive in some, this one usually not in Singapore. Singapore is very predictable. You follow, then it's predictable. But in Asia somewhere, right, if you drive, right, and then you say, I trust my own route, right, end up you go by your road. That's a different
It's interesting, it's very interesting. Because it's a challenge of the mind, how you go forward.
My philosophy of driving, I mean, comes from the time where we use a map, physical map. By the map, we know from one point A to point B, and then you know the map, right? Once you go from one page to another page. So we sit in the car, me and my wife and girlfriend, we check first, then memorize it here.
Yeah.
Okay, already, let's start. Then we start, to a certain extent. Okay, already, go to the petrol station, then continue. But now actually with Google Maps, with Waze, it is so convenient that I'm sorry to say we forgot how to go from point A to point B.
Exactly.
So the notion is whether you learn from here or you don't learn from here. The learning way right should be the first time, similar to what I said just now on the AI agent. The first time you don't know, it's okay, follow through. The second time you need to go again, this time round you try to take a little bit of it. You still open that Google Map, you still take a little bit of it, but at least you try to remember, this road, that road. The third time you try to take a more dominant role already. Hopefully by fourth time, fifth time, right, you turn this off and then you can go already.
Even same thing,
But if the 5 times, 10 times, right, you still have to rely on this, right? I'm sorry, you need to learn. The learning will actually differentiate a person from
another thing that if you
that one is unfortunately
I actually
true.
upload my health screening report.
Your
Right, of course, I turn on the temporary
because just
test.
like
I
how
ask them to
we
analyze
learn
what
things,
problem I
right?
have, what
Nowadays, everybody is so fortunate already. Everyone has an encyclopedia with them. This encyclopedia of ChatGPT or all this AI, right, is not something new. But actually back in many years ago, right, it's already there. Just like when Google give everybody the power of search, right, you already have this thing on hand already.
any of this
Use it.
can, but
Whether
anything
you
that
already
is the
learn from
Microsoft
that or
document,
not,
I use
that
it.
actually differentiate from one with another.
But
Yeah.
as I say, every of the
Like for
AI has
ChatGPT,
similar
sometimes I
functionality.
rephrase the
Some of
question.
them are better than others.
They give me a different answer. Then I got a point that this is wrong.
Yes.
Okay,
But
as
actually,
we are
in
approaching time, let's go
our
to the
research,
next step. So you
in our
will
research,
continue
right,
with it. Okay, next
we
one
pointed
is
the
let's go to
wrongdoing by the ChatGPT, right? Even my
QWPN.
Why?
It's from
Because
Alibaba.
we are the expert behind all this. There are things that
Okay, so
only you
I
know.
already created one before the class.
There are
Please create a
those
video. My
confidential
prompt
ones
is
that
please create a video of
only
this person
certain
throwing the
certain
Mandarin
people
oranges
use.
like in the circus. So why I do
This one
this?
is
Later you
Chinese.
practice generate a video using a photo you have.
By
So why I do this because
Alibaba.
again you can download 千问 or you can go to the web version. Just type 千问 QWEN.
前问啊，不是
So
不
this is
问
the
啊。
photo.
千文
千文。
一千两千
That's coming to your company actually,
So I created
James
this
company.
photo
What you are doing? You are trying to create new
Then from
AI
there,
tools,
I
or
put this
consulting to
prompt,
company
please
like how to
create a
use
video
AI
of
tool,
the person
existing
throwing
AI
the
tools.
Mandarin
What?
So what happened is,
We start from training. We start
Yeah.
from training in healthcare as well as education sector. So that is one of it. So our company
from a
has 4
static
different
still
people, actually
photo,
5
still
people.
image,
So
you can
one of
describe
it is
have a
the
5
training part
seconds
where
video.
I
Okay, so why is this
conduct
good?
training
Because
in,
many of you may have
US,
used this
as well
before,
as
so
very
QR4K, which actually is
now
bad
we
in
are also
Malaysia, but you can
ACA
still use it in
certified.
Singapore.
So
I
we
brought this
can
some
actually teach
offensive
a SkillsFuture
videos, that's why you
related
can
courses
get,
and all
get
those.
blocked
And
information.
also another
Right,
one
so
for
an alternative to
ICD
that,
certified
right,
also.
and
So
also a cheaper
ICD is
version is actually
international
which actually can generate
driving
right,
license.
so you can play with it.
It's a
Same thing, how do you do
basic,
that?
basic
You go to 千问,
IT knowledge and
you
also
can start a new chat
advanced
also.
one. So that's
Right?
one part.
Same thing, you need to
Then there's
click
a
this
part
one,
consulting.
create
So
video.
we help the company.
Okay, you can create image also. So another thing to note, Gemini being a Western product, if you want to show Chinese words in your photo, sometimes it will be quick, it will not be the correct Chinese word, try many times. So 千问 being a Chinese product from Alibaba, the Chinese word will be correct. Okay? So that's one thing to note between 千问, create image versus your Gemini creating image. Same thing for ChatGPT, sometimes wrong. Okay, so we are not creating image here, you can, but we
helping
are
them
not.
to shape
Right, so we create video here. Okay, of course Gemini, if you use a paid version, you can create video also. Free one, I think you can't. Okay, so I use 千问 for creating video. So if you create video,
usually they are not
right?
as young as those
In the center prompt I ignore. The video you can choose the size you want, 1 to 1, or this size, which is the longish one, sorry, tall one. This is longish. Normally I choose 1:1. Then I upload the photo.
Continue contributing
I upload attachment.
in the social technology.
So I just choose any photo. So maybe I try.
Another one is the board of directors.
I better try my own photo.
We are in the
Try my own photo. So again, the
certain
forest running one. What do you want me
and
to
then
do?
advising them. I'm sure at this stage, we have the knowledge
Okay,
and
so
experience
let
to
the person
advise
in the
company,
photo
especially the
being
startups.
chased by
And
a
one is
tiger in
implementations.
the forest.
In terms of implementation, this one we work with
Great video.
our partners because all of us, right, centrally we are
So
from
sometimes cannot be too
SI
complex because of the
solution integrator. So
Of course, there are many video generation
all
of sit downs,
the
which is very nice.
projects, the
Either need to pay or too complex.
but at the same time,
This is very
when
sensible.
people get
One prompt,
advice
5-second
again,
video.
the next question they ask is usually, can we
Again,
issue
there's a
for the
limit now
actual
to how many you can
implementation?
create per day.
So with that, then we work with some other company.
Okay, while waiting, you can log in to Chenwen either on the browser or you can download QWEN from your app store
We have
or from the Google Store.
so
QWEN.
depends on what appetite.
Which country are you in?
Depends on what your appetite is. And the budget and the appetite, and then we will actually arrange it accordingly. So you go through for
Image is like how
So that means you go to
add image
the organization after they accept the solution, you actually roll it out, like project management and program management.
we do project management, business analysis, make sure we bridge the gap between the business and also technology. So that is part of the digitalization. Also like AI.
That's my general area.
That's the general area.
But now we come to my, my home, which I feel, okay, I can see something.
I'm also a project management professional, PMP. Since 2015 until now, 11 years now.
I'm older than you already. Mine's 2009.
2009. I think Jim was PMP for many years.
Yeah. I don't know how the Bimbok now, actually, how many
Now it's
versions.
a version 7 or version 8, something like that.
Donate, you can.
I just saw there's a latest
My
improvement.
phone is installed.
Just that when I look at that, right, wow, it changed quite a lot.
They have to change. For marketing, they also have to change, right?
Have to lah. But it's still part of the PMI, and then from there, right, then just get the latest framework. So these are the 4 main areas. Then we also have a 5th area where we engaging the company visit between the different days. That's why Jim he recently gave 5 days. I think that's a 5 days course on behalf of Ministry of Foreign Affairs to 25 countries delegates. They come to Singapore, they learn about what Singapore has in terms of healthcare. So we conducted on behalf of MFA also. So that is go back to the training one lah. But at the same time, this one right, they say
Also awareness.
they say I want to go and do a company visit to Singapore, different areas. You arrange for. So they arrange that. That's why we are also looking at this 5th pillar, right? We also have our consultant who is a CTO, CDO of the other company, and we also provide CSO as a service. Because some of us we are CTO, some of us we are CDO, some of us we are funding. So with that, right, we also have CISO, so cybersecurity.
What about government sector? Are you food into it?
Yes, mainly on the healthcare perspective. Okay. Because some of our consultant, our principal consultant, ex-CDO of HPB, healthcare, health promotion board,
Okay.
and some from hospital like Changi.
So I play with all these
Not
apps
in the
and
tourism sector or military sector, not yet. Lah.
Not in military. Tourism wise, hospitality unit.
Yeah. Agricultural.
The main thing is social technology. So social technology is also our main focus currently is healthcare. Because healthcare and education make a very big impact compared to
usually I go for the
generating also tourism and these are the various things. So we still go back to a very main objective, which is to do good with the technology. If Singapore chasing after revenue, then you won't be getting it lean already. I mean, look forward if there's any future collaboration that can actually work out. So,
Jim roughly know my background because I know Jim during the semiconductor days.
Okay. Long time ago, 1997, 1997.
You know, I spent about 4 years in Fiji working for SCE, Singapore Corporation Enterprise. It's a government-to-government project, and we actually go there to do digital transformation for them. So we work a lot with their ministries, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Econ, and all this to help them automate. Not only automate, we actually do business project engineering for them, re-engineering for them to see what is the best. So, I mean, that time was a few years back, so I spent a few years. And now, of course, a lot of people are talking about AI, right? And I'm sure in Fiji or in our sector, they're also trying to find, hey, how can we adopt AI now? Cost, put aside first, so that I can also see that I can be the Singapore of South Pacific. They want to be the Singapore of South Pacific. Yeah. So that's something. That's why I asked you all whether you know which sector and how much government experience you have. So with that, I can see if let's say I can ask my previous director and advisor, do you see it as such an opportunity? If you have, then maybe think of something. I mean, I cannot promise anything yet. Because we work with the permanent secretaries. Sometimes certain ministry we even work with the minister themselves. So they come in like Ministry of Trade. Okay, I want my new guys to be able to start a business within now 90 days, but I want you to push it. Within 30 days they can start a business in Fiji. Can you do it? Something like that. Yeah. So with certain mature ministries already adopt digital transformation. These are the ones that's interested, very much interested in AI. They want to go further. So these are some of the things. Last 2 years is actually from Singapore government to government becomes now private to government, B2G type things. They already trust us. They know that okay, this company can do well. With Singapore expertise, part of it, they want to go in. Because the government to government thing, cost it. We look at the number, we also laugh, really cutthroat. Because it's government to government, government backing, anything wrong with government and take responsibility. So now they find that it's, you all can do the job, I don't need that big assurance there. But they are not like that. They are not pocket. So I see how is it, maybe try to get that gym to explore further and there's an opportunity open to a new
this morning also having a conversation or just to share our ST Venture. Our chairman is Prof. So this morning we also having some MOU.
During our project and the whole program now, we also have invited quite a lot like Utah Girl to go into the capital of Fiji. But he passed away. Then we also get the ambassador of Singapore to endorse what we're doing. So we are getting all this.
Okay, yes, boys also by the way.
But of course, we see what's our platform. I still will be using SCE as a government platform. They have their advantage, also disadvantage. So, but as a company, as consulting company, already accepted as quality.
So you can have voice also.
To go
Right.
in.
Of course, this one
Let's see,
cannot
see
show
how
your
that
own
runs.
voice.
Yeah.
You can use another
Provide
app
our
that can
Both carry pros
But
and
this
cons.
one is good for generating short clips like 5
Just
seconds
like
clips of one usually for fun. Same thing as raw like 3 hours a day. But usually fun clips.
educator, as a educator.
So just play with it, then we go to the next step after that.
People from HR lecture, where he one HR lecturer
Okay, so you guys can play with this while I
experienced
go
person to
and
come in,
show
give their
you.
perspective.
If you don't have Suno, you can download or go to the website
Current
suno.com.
pool of
This will be
expertise,
the last
then hopefully the both experts will try to look into that and then see how they can increase some
So
smart.
say with your table, let it run.
So they're not saying
Then
one
you
over
go
another,
and
like,
wait
they're saying to actually
Again, same thing,
collaborate
and
to
download.
see.
So
But that's why you
Suno
mentioned
looks like
that 4
this.
pillars are within that. Quite interesting.
Suno logo
You
looks like
can
this.
see which pillar go in first.
Orange
Say,
color.
okay, education.
Suno inside.
Collaborate with the
You can download
university,
this
which
if
we
you
also
want.
have
If you
contact.
don't want to download, not enough storage in your phone.
Start something about it, then you understand first. Everybody understands it's here. That's how it is.
Like this one is also
You can create 10 free
it's a
songs.
way to actually give an introduction to AI lah. This one,
So you go in first, I teach you all how to create songs
We
in
need
5
to sometimes borrow for a technology forum where they always organize technology forum because they want
Yeah.
the Fijians to see outside world and how advanced they are already.
So that's where I
So
play
with
with
that, we actually can drive those vehicle.
generating even.
A topic on AI, healthcare. Their healthcare really need help. Really needs a lot of help.
hopefully healthcare
Especially
they
is,
are one
yeah.
of the very for Singapore healthcare.
Let you hear my.
They are very hit during the COVID time.
So I created many songs.
So like just use
I'm way out.
way how Edmund.
Nice to meet you.
So yeah, with this, but I need to go
I let you all listen to
It's
the
a
English
appointment also. Yeah, I need to do out. But we will definitely keep in touch.
Yeah,
Keep in touch
I think
with
Jim,
Jim.
James
I paid tribute to my professor that time. Right.
Hopefully we see how those things are. Because I say this topic is very interesting and very
involving
yeah, inevitable, you know, how it goes. It's just that like starting of certain
we also
I didn't write
submit all these to Skills Future. That one will take 6 months. By the time 9 months, the open close, only what, less than 2 months. Think about that.
some of them no use already.
6 years
Very fast. Very
how
fast.
time has flown, but the seeds of kindness
Thank you for the sharing. Thank you very much. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you.
still bloom
I explained if you use the free version, you don't have copyright. If you use the paid version, the copyright belongs to you. Okay, 我会有 Suno download Suno and
frozen
five
at
steps.
memories of campus, mountains we climbed. I felt your care, a guiding hand.
Let me show you also you can create all sorts of songs. Funny one, Chinese New Year first Chinese New Year song and what else? Let's say this one.
What's the library?
Sooner or later, create.
Someone write song for you. Canto pop style.
Want to see the lyrics, huh?
开门就见红颜，新春挂满灯，一声新年好，笑到人家疼。红包装福气，清明堆满山，门前桃花开，好运自己来。马年吉祥，马上喜运来，老成古古的生活。马上有吉祥，你靠面包声声响。
So all sorts of cards. So let's play with it. First of all, you all got download. I show you first and make sure you got slow. So there's a simple way and a more customized way. Right, we do the simple way first, one step. Okay, like we now get what you want. So for example, one step I say create a gentle nostalgic song about my childhood memories. For example, so I just type this prompt. That's it. You create a song already. It may not be what I want. Creating, create, it will give you, because I use it too often, so it only give you 2 versions. Your first time today, it will give you 4 versions. 2, you need to pay to listen to the free song. Okay? Okay, so it's creating, or it's still giving, or because it's trying to sell me the latest version of 5.5. Okay? So I need to upgrade for Putong. Okay, done already. It's called Tampines Afternoon. I don't know why Tampines. Okay, or here back when we were small. Okay, so we created already. Okay, so we created 1 song, 2 songs, 3 songs, 4 songs. These 2 I got to pay to listen to the full version. This 2 is free for the whole song. Okay, so I didn't write the lyrics, right? I only type 1 prompt, right? So you write the lyrics itself, and you give a title called Back When We Were Small. Okay, so this is the song you bring on. I didn't describe the style. I want to know. It's auto, indie folk, ballad. Then you write the lyrics yourself. Here.
Okay. Create a Chinese 用华文写
song in Mandarin.
用华文
No specific.
就是那个东西国外的。
What I do with this one, right, Suno, right, is I go to ChatGPT and I say I want to create a song with something, I want to remember something, then it gives me the lyrics.
Lyric, right?
It gives me the lyrics, right? That's how it is. Then I paste the lyrics inside here for it to create based on
Chinese or
English.
Mandarin.
如果你要讲华文的话，你用华文来写咯。
But okay, you already so use it. Just take anyone.
Because previously when I create, okay, this problem is in your head. I'm sorry to say because when you ask me to describe what song I want to create, I write what song do I want to create. Imagine, this is the lyrics. You open up the app, stare at the empty space. What song do I want to create? This is why you need to create a song for me because I don't know what song do I want to create and I write it there. Okay? Then, when I start knowing how to write sense, then after that, right, when I start knowing how to do it, then at least here, this is all under one roof, and this one, I ask ChatGPT to create the song.
What I don't like because just
So
one
I
prompt
ask
doesn't know
ChatGPT to
what
create the lyrics, then
So
I
what I
come here
normally
and
do
say,
Copy.
is what I call
copy it here, lor. Then it creates a
First of all, I go to home. Instead of typing my prompt here, okay,
Never played this before.
It's very interesting.
I want to play around with it.
So just go to the song.
over here, you click on the song, MP3 wave video.
two free songs, then two paid songs.
Okay, so I don't like to use
This is not very
that one-liner lah,
because
give what I want.
I think
So when you go create, instead of create, one-liner is a simple. You can see, right? The symbol is here. The form is here. I always go to advanced. Okay? Instead of simple, you click advanced. Okay? And it's only 5 steps to create really what you want. First of all, in advanced,
So just write. Okay.
right? You can type in your own lyrics. Right? If you know how to read a poem, you can type. Or you can ask it as it comes. For example, I can ask this, create a gentle nostalgic song about my own memory. Same thing. Right? But just now, I need to
Slightly
go to
adjust
create a
it.
song immediately. Right? But let's say I still want this. And I want to make sure the lyrics is similar to what I want. So I paste the same thing here.
More
I
red,
click
close
this
to.
button called AI assisted writing. Yeah, this button click. Okay, write full song.
I didn't change any other thing.
Write
Oh,
this.
okay. So you already.
Then you will write the lyrics. I can change to what I really want. Okay, you see me multiple versions. Sundays in Singapore, Pasar Malam, dreams, whatever, right? So many options. Okay, I choose this one. Okay, now the lyrics come out. Right? So I like some, I don't like some, then you
I
can
don't know
fix.
where that because I'm
Okay, so assuming I like all so done. Now you can define the style also. Because just now I never
Also
define the
just
style.
ask the Suno.
Now I define the style. I want female vocal. I want guitar only. Okay, example. Of course, the more you describe, it's closer to what you want. But again, you don't know all, right? You need help. You can same thing click this button, which is AI assisting. So it will give you a suggestion. Yeah. For this suggestion, right? Then you see what you like, you don't like, you can change that. Okay. So this is called style. That's why I say 5 steps, right? First step is the lyrics. Either you write your own lyrics or you ask, you describe and ask AI to help you write.
Just like
Second one style, you either
So you put in the
style
Chinese
of what
lyric,
you want,
you sing
or you put
Chinese.
in
They'll give you a
keywords
Yeah, Mandarin song.
that you suggest, you can say. You can also put in the name, the title of the song here.
Is there a
You
way
can change it
that
also.
let's
3 steps
say
already,
you have some
right?
photo, but you want to
Then you
get
can
the
add a
direct
photo
inside
if you
with
want.
the
Just now
song.
they
Is it
put
possible?
photo one, but you see some of the song.
Capture with the photo. Maybe more meaningful.
Yeah.
Okay, very fast.
So also
But
for this
I
one.
try not to put that in. I mean, it's just personal preference.
Yeah, I mean just your own.
If you want, because for this song, it comes with a cover photo. So you can replace the cover photo with what you want. So with a person inside there or anything, or any of the photos that you created from outside studio, then put in the song.
You must go and try this because this is new.
Some people put 那种诗词啊，那些写诗，写的哦，你们放在那边，然后放进去。
Then with the music, you have
share about the style. So you ask the AI what kind of style can you recommend? Because some are good in I mean jazz, some are good in classical.
You can play with it. Actually, if you don't know, right, just go to YouTube. YouTube will teach you how to sing.
Chinese and got this.
Yeah, got Suno.
I think I can actually. Thank you so much.
Paper lanterns in my hand, plastic bags of sweet red drink. MRT hum in the distance, grandma fanning by the sink. School shoes lined beside the door, umbrellas dripping in a row. Ceiling fan tracing slow circles, cartoons laughing in the glow. Oh, that's how my dreams, cotton candy on my cheeks, chasing shadows in the corridor, till my name comes flowing soft.
Background music with it, I want to show you how to play. So same thing, I create a new song, different style. Yeah, Malay easy lah. Read the
You
lyrics.
can try to understand your lyrics, right?
Okay, so I try to English, right?
Sad, happy, you're supposed to go like sing song, like
So you don't need to know Mandarin to write. Type a prompt in English, ask them to create the lyrics in Singaporean Chinese language. You can do it for Malay, Japanese, Korean, whatever language you want. And also, then you create the, let's say, right? So I say I want this option already, then I choose this. Right, and then I can mix now. My lyrics is in Chinese, my style is in English still. So now let's then song. So let's say 2 minutes, the Chinese song is created. Let's listen to it. That's how I'm listening to those Chinese is create Chinese song.
Maybe you can go and discuss. I cannot hear you.
So I never type the lyrics. In fact, I never even type any word in Chinese. I type in English and say, please generate in Chinese. Most campaigns you can write in Chinese and say, please generate in Chinese. You can generate Malay, Japanese, Korean, whatever song.
还记得阿公前我说，
Very Chinese thing.
巴沙外面排队买
Because I generated many songs, so you remember the styles like that.
塑胶袋里包
民歌 style.
Different styles, different styles.
走，慢慢的，嘴边都是甜。
You can email, mail, like this one. And again, I have a lot of messages to receive here and okay, so you can go back and play with them. Okay, so that's Suno.ai. Right, you like it, so you can play with it. So play lah. I think again, just like any podcast, you have to practice. But you can see how fast you can get song. Right, and it's easy. You don't need many steps. You don't need things that are complex. Okay, yeah. So I think we overrun a fair bit. Okay, but so I just want to say you need to go home and practice, right? And if you want to be added, you want a copy of the slides, you want to be added to the group, you just email us, right? The email you can send to is this one. Not my email, sorry, don't send to me. Send to info. Don't send to me. I got too many emails per day, I will not check. Let's send to info. Send to this one. I got too many emails a day. Yeah, you want to have a copy of the slide, PDF format, you have some question, you can send to info. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, thanks for coming. Hope you like it. See your feedback from you.
Okay.
You can see the process again. But from the process, when you want it to come out with
I need to sign up.
下次我开会下次班，你来谁肯定？你看谁来就谁。
challenge the assumption and verifying what feel, don't feel whatever they want. I think the idea is video also. My video I actually put up this thing so you have keep it away. Then after that increase visual slides. So slide deck, rather than to structure with form, why it matters, then key insight, implication, once you come back here, you become very specific. So in your own when you create that, you can actually put in the prompt. Then you say that ask you to describe what you want, copy the prompt. Maybe you can see it like slightly different, slightly different. Then with that, then once you know already, then you just play around with the prompt.
Okay, bye.
Okay, I'll try.
Then maybe you'll get something wonderful.
So, okay, I will try. I use a lot. I normally I don't do a lot of prompting. I just put all my articles and generate automatically.
That's why we say if you use a prompt correctly, right, you can actually build it up further.
Okay.
Build up further. I mean, never